Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from University Park, Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania State University Marching Blue Band. The Blue Band history goes back 114 years. Goes back to 1899 as the formation of a 6-member drum and bugle corps that was initiated by a student named George Dykey. A couple of years later, a gift from Board of Trustees then member Andrew Carnegie made possible the formation of a brass band in the summer of 1901. By 1913, the organization was known as the College Band, and the first permanent director of bands, Wilford O. Tommy Thompson, was appointed in 1914. So how did the Blue Band get its name? Well, back in 1923, a few new blue uniforms were purchased towards replacement of the brown military-style uniforms that the Blue Band used. And based on ability and rank, the top members got those blue uniforms. And even we have photos from 1924 that show a select group of blue uniform members in a block S formation, surrounded by a large number of brown uniform Blue Band members. The select group became known as the Blue Band and represented Penn State as the official traveling band. And during the succeeding eras under Hummel Fishburne, James W. Dumbo, Ned C. Neal, and our current director, Dr. Richard Mundy, the name Penn State Blue Band was kept, even though all the members now are uniformed in blue. One of our first elements you'll see tonight is our traditional pregame, which includes the trademark floating lions drill, which was created by then Assistant Director Ned Deal. The band performed the now iconic pregame show for the first time back in 1965 in Pittsburgh. The drill has since been updated by current director Dr. Richard Bundy to accommodate the band's growing size. And folks, that size, 306 members of the Penn State Blue Band. Some highlights of our history: the Blue Band moved into a permanent home in 2004, the first ever for such our great organization. The Blue Band building is located at the corner of Services Road near the intersection of University Drive Extension, northeast part of the campus. And another big part of history, in 2005, the Blue Band was awarded the prestigious Sudler Trophy, a national recognition administered by the John Philip Sousa Foundation. The Blue Band became the first college marching band to perform at a major fashion show back in 2005 when Marc Jacobs had us on the catwalk during Fashion Week in New York City. Also, the Blue Band has performed in 40 bowl games, including multiple appearances in the Rose, Orange, Cotton, Sugar, Fiesta, Outback, Alamo, Capital One, and Citrus Bowls, along with the Blockbuster and Holiday Bowls. And the Blue Band has performed for the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football. In fact, we're going to Buffalo in a couple of weeks to perform at a Bills game. In addition, the Blue Band also marched in the 1987 Bicentennial Constitution Celebration Parade in Philadelphia, as well as many other great performances. As we said, 306 current members, and we'll break that down for you here in just a little bit, comprise this 2013 edition of the Penn State Blue Band. The Blue Band is co-sponsored by the School of Music, which is part of Penn State's College of Arts and Architecture, and also by Penn State Intercollegiate Athletics. The Penn State Bands program not only includes the Blue Band, but also the Symphonic Band and also other concert bands and athletic bands that perform not only at football games, but also at women's volleyball games, men's and women's basketball games, and now the newest sport at Penn State, men's and women's hockey in the new Pegula Arena, which is fantastic. You guys need to get up there and see the Pegula Ice Arena. It's going to be an amazing situation for hockey over the next many years. On a football Saturday, it's a busy day for the Blue Band. They arrive at the practice field some 6 hours before kickoff. They usually have a run-through practice. Then we head over to the Bryce Jordan Center for Tailgate, which is a concert that highlights the Blue Band, also our cheerleaders and our Penn State dance team. We also use Tailgate as kind of a final run-through performance. to get the Blue Band ready and focused for the upcoming day, which will be certainly a long one for a football game, including a pregame performance that you'll see here in just a few moments, and a halftime performance. Now, the bands here, the high school bands, perfect one show all season long. The Blue Band, because it's more of a show band and we need to entertain folks, do a different halftime show for every home football game. And so this halftime show is one that we will see not only tonight, we'll be traveling it next week to Ohio State when the Nittany Lions take on the Buckeyes in Columbus. The Blue Band is headed there. We'll then return home and perform it at the Penn State Illinois game on November 2nd. And then coming up the day after, we'll be heading to Buffalo to play at the Bills game, as I said. So we'll be performing this show, this halftime show we'll be performing in just a little bit over the next several weeks. This is the first performance, so you guys here tonight get the sneak preview of this halftime show that's coming up a little bit later. Took 6 buses to get us down here, and that's actually pretty typical. We can usually do 7 or 8 buses on many trips with also a big equipment truck, so it's always a fun time to travel the Blue Band, and we are so glad to be here. Also want to remind you that one of the highlights of our year is our Bandorama concert, which is coming up on Friday, November 15th. That's the night before the Purdue game. You get to see the Blue Band up close and personal in Eisenhower Auditorium. If you'd like to go to Bandorama, still great seats left. You can call 1-800-ARTS-TIX or go to the Blue Band, the box office at Eisenhower Auditorium. There's a discount option offered for groups of 15 or more. So if you've got a group of 15 or more, you can contact 1-800-ARTS-TIX and get that group situation ready. Again, it's an amazing concert. The entire Blue Band on stage in Eisenhower Auditorium. And also all of our band fronts are ready to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our first performance element. This is the traditional pregame performed before every Penn State home football game. Gentlemen, the 2013 Pennsylvania State University Marching Blue Band. With the Blue Band Silks and the 2013 Grand National Collegiate Champions, the Penn State Majorettes, A Touch of Blue, featuring 6-time World Twirling Champion and 2-time Collegiate Solo Champion, Pregame. Christopher Sergi. State Blue Band. Now folks, in a normal pregame, this is the point in which we would play the Star-Spangled Banner to honor America. And then from that point, after the Star-Spangled Banner, we would go ahead and salute a Big Ten Conference opponent with their fight song and formation salute. Well, tonight we're going to forego that, and we will continue our traditional pregame show. Formation of the Penn State Blue Band, and it's from this position where we perform our alma mater. It's performed to all sides of the stadium, so you'll see the Blue Band turn in all four directions. So at this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able, and we invite all students, alumni, and fans to join the Blue Band and sing our Penn State alma mater. As you may be seated, we have several current Blue Band members who are alumni of the high school bands that performed here this evening in the Tournament Bands Chapter Finals. And at this time, we'd like to acknowledge those students. From Central Dauphin, please welcome back Josh Richard, Kevin Riddle, and Elizabeth Thorwart. Alums of Big Spring High School, Clayton McKee and Caitlin Lloyd. From Carlisle, Brandon Mang. From Hershey, Andrew Alexander, Ethan Rubel, and Seth Freiberg. From Upper Dauphin, Abby Enders. From Middletown, Michelle Hernese. From Biglerville, Ann Dolly and Arjun Lane. From Redland, Christina Dietz. From Camp Hill, Matt Easton. And one of our hosts, Cedar Cliff, Evan Savage is here tonight. Let's give our students who are from the area a big round of applause and welcome them back here to West Shore Stadium. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the centerpiece of our pregame show, a great college marching band tradition, the Blue Band's trademark drill, the Floating Lions. Pick up the beat, clap and sing along. The Fight On State. Ladies and gentlemen, the Penn State Blue Band. All right, for this T-mile formation, the Blue Band gets ready to bring out Coach Bill O'Brien and the Nittany Lions by performing a song that I know you love, and we're going to perform it for you. All right, fans, are you ready for some Penn State football? again, folks, that's our traditional pregame. It is a show that has been a fan favorite at Beaver Stadium in our 107,000 plus seat home of Nittany Lions football. Components of that show were introduced as early as the 1950s. The trademark Floating Lions drill was first introduced in the 1960s when the band was a 120 all-male organization. For the last couple of years, we celebrated 40 years of inclusion of women first in our band front as majorettes, and then this year is actually the 40th anniversary of women being instrumentalists in the Blue Band. All aspects of the pregame show have undergone many updates through the years as the band size has nearly tripled to over 300. So we get ready for halftime here. A little more information about the Blue Band. The Blue Band is a class. The class is Music 81, Marching Blue Band. It's taken for 1 academic credit. It's offered only in the fall semester, obviously, and that credit counts towards completion of the general arts requirement in all Penn State degree programs. How much does the Blue Band rehearse? Well, approximately 9 hours per week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 4 in the afternoon to about 5:45. Tuesday evenings from 7:30 to 10 o'clock. And then, as we said, there's usually a run-through practice on Saturdays before the game. And then the tailgate performance, and then the performance of the game itself. Tonight's example of the Blue Band halftime show is the 5th of 6 different shows that have been planned for this season. Our field show drills are written so that the performance is directed towards both sides of the stadium. So students over on what we would call the east side over there, the band members, you will hear good sound from the Blue Band even on your side of the field. We attempt to entertain the 107,000 folks that are in attendance at all Penn State football games. Tonight's performance of the Star-Crossed Lovers show, as I said, is the first performance of this show. Rehearsals on tonight's show began this past Monday, October 14th, so this is the debut performance. And again, we'll be using this show coming up next week in Columbus for the Ohio State game, the following week at Beaver Stadium for the game with Illinois, and then the next day after the Illinois game will be up at Buffalo at the Bills game as they take on Kansas City, and so we'll be performing it there as well. As I said, the Blue Band is part of a bigger Blue Band or Penn State Bands program. It features several concert bands, including the Symphonic Wind Ensemble, Symphonic Band, Concert Band, and Campus Band, and then athletic bands that include the famous Marching Blue Band in front of you, and fall athletic bands for women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball in the fall semester. Spring athletic bands include now men's hockey and also men's and women's basketball in the spring semester. And we enjoy covering those sports as well. While we are certainly sponsored by the School of Music and Arts and Architecture, 48 music majors are among the 306 members, but that means a large other percentages are not music majors. 1/4 of the band has engineering as their majors, and science is the other big one at 25% as well. But we also have members that are business majors, communications majors, earth and mineral science, education, health and human development, information sciences and technology, liberal arts, and even a nursing major. And it's all included in our makeup. And they are great students too, folks. Last year, the average fall 2012 Blue Band GPA out of 4 was 3.28. And the spring semester was 3.26, cumulative 3.311 for the academic year. So they're great students as well as great musical performers as well. It's halftime with the Penn State Blue Band. This evening, our Blue Band presentation, Star-Crossed Lovers. The effect of tragedy on the human condition has inspired all forms of artistic endeavor through the ages. One of the most common tragic devices is that of star-crossed lovers. While there are numerous literary examples of the star-crossed lovers theme throughout history, the term was coined in the 16th century by William Shakespeare in the prologue to his masterpiece, Romeo and Juliet. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. Juliet's story has been an inspirational subject for playwrights, authors, painters, and musicians for centuries. One of the best-loved musical impressions is Tchaikovsky's famous Overture. In Shakespeare's version, the tragedy is fueled by a long-standing feud between Juliet's father, patriarch of the Capulets, and Romeo's father, head of the Montague family. In 2011, a clever animated film introduced younger audiences to Mrs. Montague and Mr. Capulet, two elderly neighbors who didn't like each other very much. The feuding neighbors were unaware that their garden gnomes came to life from time to time to perpetuate their owner's mutual disdain. Mrs. Montague's garden is filled with blue hat gnomes, while Mr. Capulet's contains red hat gnomes. Thankfully, the escalating conflict between the blues and the reds does not end as tragically. For the animated main characters Romeo and Juliet, this soundtrack featured music by Elton John, including Saturday Night is All Right for Fighting. Blue and feature twirler, Matt Freeman. In 1957, a landmark Broadway show set in the Upper West Side of New York City explored the tense rivalry between two teenage street gangs of different ethnic backgrounds. The young protagonist, Tony, a member of the Jets, falls in love with Maria, whose brother is leader of the rival Sharks gang. More than 500 years after Shakespeare's classic, this 20th century take on the tragic theme is universally recognized as one of the greatest artistic collaborations of all time. Leonard Bernstein's score of West Side Story contains some of the most memorable music ever inspired by the star-crossed lover's story. Administrative Assistant. My name is your announcer, Steve DeVore, and the director of the Penn State Blue Band is Dr. Richard Mundy. Our great percussion section. 33 percussionists. And our amazing band front, we have 35 silks, 9 majorettes, 1 feature twirler, and 1 drum major. Hey, somebody told me I forgot a section. Which section did I forget? The sousaphones. Alright. Everybody knows that Penn State has one of the biggest and best meteorological schools in the nation. In fact, 1 out of every 3 meteorologists has a Penn State degree. But what you did not know is that there's a recent study that says global warming has affected the number of sousaphones in the Blue Band. We normally would like to march 26. This year we have been able to field 20. So how many sousaphone players over there on the other side would like to be part of this great big Blue Band? We call them the big dogs. Can you run with the big dogs if you play sousaphone? If you do, we'd like to hear from you. If you're going to be a senior and graduate, we would like you to try out next year. And if you would like to try out for the Blue Band, you can go to our website, www.blueband.psu.edu, for all the information that you need. Auditions are held in August, just prior to the start of fall classes. So if you are intending to try out, you need to sign up. And then we'll need you to get up there a little bit earlier than the rest of the general freshman population. There are all kinds of programs too that if you have been assigned to a different branch campus or a different Commonwealth campus and you have not been assigned to main campus and you would like to try out for the Blue Band, you can contact the Blue Band office and get a special admission audition as well. But folks, we want to keep this tradition going because I've been around this group for 30 years, and they are truly one of the shining lights of Penn State University, this 306-member Blue Band. Do a great job every year. And we want to keep this large group going, and we need your help. Young folks, consider joining the Blue Band. Again, information at blueband.psu.edu. Also a reminder that Bandorama, again, is coming up Friday night, the night before the Purdue game on Friday, November 15th. It is a great concert inside Eisenhower Auditorium. You are up close and personal with the entire band on stage, performances by all of our great band front groups, the Silks, the Majorettes, and also our featured twirler, Matt Freeman. Make sure you get your seats early. Tickets are on sale now. You can call 1-800-ARTS-TIX, 1-800-ARTS-TIX. And again, there is discount options for groups of 15 or more. So band directors and folks associated with these high school bands, there's group ticket availability for Bandorama. Again, it's Friday, November 15th, the night before the Purdue home football game. Now, one of our shows this year we called Fast and Furious 7.0. And this is a number from that, because it is a Fast and Furious number. Take notes, high school band members, as we welcome to the ladder our Assistant Director, Mr. Greg Drain. Ladies and gentlemen, the Penn State Blue Band with El Toro Caliente. Penn State Blue Band. On behalf of all of us with the Blue Band, our 306 members, our great staff, and Penn State University, thank you so much for hosting us tonight. Thank you to Redland and the folks here at West Shore Stadium, and we certainly appreciate playing for such a great crowd. Go State beat the Buckeyes next week. We'll be in Columbus.